Former AEW World Champion MJF made his return to the company at AEW Double or Nothing tonight, and it's got everyone talking because what he did tonight changed the game for AEW. I'm going to tell you exactly what went down, what this means for the company, and what is next for MJF. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'm Omer Q for Real Take Wrestling. Let's dive right in. All right. So after the International Championship match, an epic match, by the way, between Will Ospreay and the reigning defending champion Roderick Strong, one part of the Undisputed Kingdom, Ospreay won, caused Adam Cole to come out after the match and address the fans about the Undisputed Kingdom, how he's making his return very soon, and he's rehabbing, all that stuff. And in the middle of this promo, he takes out the devil mask, and he proclaims himself to be the devil. He says something to the effect of, there's only one devil, and his name is Lights Go Out. And we get this video playing on the Titantron, and it's going through what we can only assume to be MJF's house. And someone basically walking around with a GoPro on takes the Dynamite Diamond ring, puts it on their fingers, and then goes to take a scarf and puts it on. And we get the shot of the ripped picture, a ripped picture of MJF and Adam Cole together, putting them together. And then we hear the music. MJF returned to AEW. And he was repping the leather the jean jacket, Triple H 2002 vibes. It was great. And instead of having, the regular Burberry tint to his entrance video, he had a black and white tint. He had a lion on the back of his jacket. There's obviously going to be some sort of tie-in there that we're going to get at some point. But he comes out. Adam Cole, who is still, by the way, recovering from an injury, pleads with MJF, basically says, hey, man, remember, we're friends, offers him a hug. MJF actually hugs him before swiftly kicking him in the no-nos, right in the you-know-what. And MJF then delivers a suplex to Adam Cole, which we landed on his head. It was crazy, absolutely nuts bump. But MJF is back, and it wasn't done there, because then he grabbed the mic, and we heard MJF unfiltered, unsanctioned, uncensored, and it was beautiful. It was exactly the type of promo you would expect from a returning MJF, and it's precisely what we got. MJF talks about how he made himself, and he's been sitting at home, and he's been thinking about friendship and trust. And he said that there was one person who was able to bring that out in MJF, and it was Adam Cole. And he points to him and he says, not anymore. And there's not going to be any of that. He basically said that the old MJF of 2023, the one that was trusting, the one that was fueled by love, is gone. Instead, there's going to be an MJF that is fueled by hate. Crowd went nuts, by the way. Like, he was insanely over. I think that this was one of the loudest pops I've heard in AEW in a while, and that's saying a lot. Crowd went crazy. MJF goes on to cut this promo. He talks about how AEW, is 5 years old, and how there's a lot of people in the back who were made by New Japan, some by Vince McMahon. Yes, he name-dropped Vince McMahon tonight, and he said, I'm the guy, though, who didn't need anyone. I made myself. And impassioned promo. If you've not seen it, please go check it out. But throughout the promo, he reveals a few very key things. Number one, that he is back, and he's back to be the MJF that was driven by hate. The MJF that wants to prove that he is the best damn wrestler in the world. Won't get an argument from me right now, but he's out to prove that. And then he also dropped some news that we all basically thought. He says, in case you dumb smarks haven't figured it out, I've re-signed, basically. And he says, I'm all in, double or nothing. And then he says, if you don't believe me, and he pulls up his pants so we could see his calves. And then he reveals a tattoo, says "Bet on yourself" with an AEW poker chip. It could not be any more clear. MJF is all elite, is remaining all elite, and it is going to be with AEW for at least the next few years. And I know there were many people who wanted MJF to go to WWE, or many people who expected that. All I can say is it's kind of been a known thing that he re-signed a contract back in 2022. That, you know, like, that was kind of the part of the deal of him coming back into the fold at All Out 2022. But he's back, and honestly, this means everything to AEW. They needed MJF. There is no question in my mind. They needed this guy. And if the ovation that he got when he returned doesn't prove that to you, the promo that he cut and the vibe and aura that he exuded will. MJF is AEW's best talent, and in my view, he is the best talent in the world. There is no one who can even touch him, I think, as far as how great he is at everything there is to do in wrestling. He's arguably one of the best wrestlers in the world. He's by far the best promo in the world. I'm not even going to entertain a debate on that. He is the persona, the character work. There's nothing he can't do. MJF is the fucking best, just like he said it in his promo. And he's back to, I think, reclaim his crown. And I will say this too. I don't think it's a coincidence tonight on the pre-show they announced that at the conclusion of the Owen Hart Cup, that tournament, the winner of that tournament will receive an AEW World Championship match. The winners, I should say, will receive AEW World Championship matches at All In. That is for the men and women's Owen Hart Cup. I will say, there are a lot of people we could think about. There are a lot of people who I think are eligible, or people would think would win. Here's my favorite. If you want a betting favorite, it's this guy. The guy who just bet on himself. The guy who just probably cut the promo of the year. The guy who just made probably the return of the year. MJF is my front runner right now to win the Owen Hart Cup. There's a lot, though, that's going to happen. I can't wait, and I think we're going to see like a bit of a darker side of MJF, and it's going to be back to the MJF that everyone loved, right? He kind of played into the criticisms that many fans had about the Devil storyline and the MJF in the latter part of 2023, but it's a hell of a ride. I can't wait to go on it. MJF is back in All Elite Wrestling. He has re-signed, and all is right with the world. Awesome, awesome time. Guys, let me know what you thought of this moment in the comment section below. Also, be sure to smash that like button if you haven't already done so. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released.